What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the hauler. It's been a long time. Episode 5 is finally released for Scarlet Hollow. We're back where we left off. This game has been so important to me over the past year. I've fallen so much in love with it. I've been watching playthroughs of other people playing chapters 1 to 4. I've learned so many new things watching people play that I hadn't discovered for myself. I haven't seen anything about chapter 5 yet though. We're playing this a few days after it is fully released. If you don't remember our previous run, we are on a mystical book smart run, I believe. Okay, here we go. Now we're back. This is the end of episode 4. Episode finally awaits. If you like to continue with the world state, please save your game now. Yes, we've done all that. Continue. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 5? If this is your first time playing episode 5, it's recommended you watch the recap. Sure, it's been a little while. Yeah, give the full recap. I want to see if it takes my choices into account. The funeral of Pearl Scarlet, your cousin's mother, and your aunt seemed like everything you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with a side of the family. Welcome to the family humble estate. Ugh. My relationship with Tabitha is not good right now. It is not good after that episode 4, which is unfortunate because I've really come to fall in love with Tabitha a little bit in my other playthroughs. But for the sake of the authenticity of our current run on YouTube, we are not on good terms with Tabitha. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. With all eyes on you, your stomach starts to churn. I vomited in front of everyone. That's right. I forgot about that. Again, the slime refuses to be contained. You've held it back too long and it yearns to be free with a force more powerful than your comprehension. As it barrels through your esophagus, you spot a small trash can. You aim for it as best you can before the slime erupts from your mouth. I ate the bad takeout. Like this guy, these cops in the back. Ugh, pissed me off already. So what do you want to say? You want to tag along, Stella, my beloved? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, the sort of thing. Now, I'm in a bit of a pickle with romances right now because Stella was obviously my romance choice in my first playthrough, the one here on YouTube. But we did have some soft spots for Reese. You know, I'm a bit of a monster enjoyer, so I kind of had a soft spot for Reese. And I did a route with Kanika as well, and I've really come to enjoy her character. I think we're still going to stick with Stella because that was kind of the baby girl of the playthrough the first time I played around, but I really did enjoy the romancing with the other characters. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. Oh, poor Duke, rest in peace. A single deer remains behind, staring down at the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie, the oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. I chose to save Gretchen, because I thought Duke would be able to handle himself. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered talons sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's the feeding blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Oh my god, what do we do? Oh, don't show me. Okay, it didn't show me again. Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. Yeah. Wayne is such a mysterious character to me. He's like oddly trustworthy, but not at the same time. So I think my original playthrough, I started off very wary of Wayne and very trustworthy of Sybil. But now having played it more, it's almost the opposite, where I'm questioning Sybil a little bit more and I kind of trust Wayne a bit. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. And we did stay over with Stella. Ah, the X's. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. Yeah, Tabitha. Listen, we're not on good terms here. Winnie can fix some of Sybil's new blend. Maybe it'll calm you down a bit. I didn't really explore much with Avery either. There's a few options where I could have gone on side quests with him, but I was worried about getting locked out of other portions of the game, so I never actually went with him. I think you'll like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension. And if you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. No more drinking tea from Sybil. Absolutely not. That is a must not after what happened with Kanika and going to Reese's house. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. Oscar was a cool character. I didn't really have feelings for Oscar much, but I can sympathize with his situation. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Miss Kelly? I think that was her name. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Dr. Kelly, excuse me, Dr. Kelly. Whatever you have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyways, I should have trusted her. I should have trusted her warning. She could have contained Reese, and I called Tabitha into it. I messed up bad with that. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm starting to believe that more and more, Wayne. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. That's Rosalina. Now, we did manage to save everybody, albeit Rosalina did lose her leg. But we did manage to get everyone out alive, I believe. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut as a secret hangout spot these days. My dad says our house is haunted. But she's interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks, the Tommy knockers. Why is Kanika, like, blurred out? That's interesting. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like it's the deep growl of a predator. Hey, are you alright, Levi? Stella reaches for your shoulder, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Levi? Levi, are you alright? Yeah, trying to explain her what we've been seeing at the seance when she was disappeared and she finally saw it for herself. Oof. But wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. And thank God they did. I did manage to get everyone out. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. Oh, we are so not on good terms with Tabitha. We just so are not. Oh, I forgot about Jane. Oh, I kind of like Jane, but she's not trustworthy, I don't think. Only because of her husband. The husband being the preacher who has a daughter that hangs out in Tetanus Lake. I want to know more about her because I think she's some type of like cryptid. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches you from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Levi, before you go, I heard what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for poor Oscar and poor Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Morning, is the new blood ready? Of course. Levi, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Oh, excuse me. I forgot that Sybil and Tabitha are coercing, which doesn't make sense because I think Tabitha's good. I don't think Sybil's trustworthy. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Levi, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. And with that, breakfast is served. We had tofu scramble. I forgot. Oh, and I gave the dog my boiled peanuts. I forgot. I got rid of those too. Finally. He's a dog. You can tell the dog is the mayor from the little sash in his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. This scene alone made me want to wish I had talked to animals as one of my traits. Yeah, you. This creepy guy. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike this man. Thank you, Mystical. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Levi. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. If you'd like to ever discuss your beliefs, my door is always open. Yeah. Ugh, beloved. Why is Kanika a shadow? That's so interesting that she's a shadow in this. The basement is what you might expect out of the torture artist who spends all this time confined to this studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles at the corner of the room, hiding in the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Bro, this Kanika shadow is so creepy. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Anxiously picks out... Her name's missing, too. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Maurice is suddenly quiet and tense. His shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly's eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Levi is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. Yeah, because you were poisoning him. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overstimulating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like it's ever going to change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting any better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain, wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina is situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. She pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained in reddish brown. I'm going for it. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in the shadow rises to attention. This was the creepiest part of the game, dude. This whole, like, flashback of everything. The lore dump. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Before you have a chance to rethink, another door creaks open onto what you thought was the ceiling. There you are. This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders. And there's the seance. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. You come into the basement with a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, but Wayne lurks by the stairwell, as though he's been patiently waiting for you to wake up. There you are. It looks like you're all in one piece. Sybil pauses his mid-sentence as she notices Wayne from the corner of her eyes. Come with me, dear. Let's get you home. This was a close call. Make sure nothing happens to them, or there'll be hell to pay. See, like, that's the thing. It looks like Wayne and Sybil are on the same side, though. I'm so sorry, Levi. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? And then she ran off and disappeared. Didn't come home. Looking forward to continuing our chat tomorrow once you've had some time to rest. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're there, buried under your family's musty covers. You open your eyes, it's a new day, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. Tulip made up some imaginary friends and keeps telling us they want her to go out to there. Like the word of some fictional creatures that she made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in somebody's old garbage. But she's 7. Of course she would get some funny little idea like that. I'd love to get the community to rally around a big cleanup. It's about time somebody got rid of all that junk. Yeah, so I think his daughter is like oddly able to see shit. Oh, we didn't cross picket. I forgot. A wall of bodies. I do know what happens if you cross picket though, which is very interesting. A wall of bodies, picket signs, and megaphones in hand forms a human barricade around the entrance to the Scarlet Mines. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. Never again. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness as its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Now on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've just got about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that all of this has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy, lurking in plain sight. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was down here. An entire hospital wing rotting away from decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten. Water damage have eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Reese was just trying to protect me, man. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figure peeling themselves out of their dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. I'm gonna have such a hard conversation with him. I'm so sorry, Reese. I got you shot. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out to the hallway. Don't remind me of this, man. I'm so sad about this. Poor Reese. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, the different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. You leap forward, placing your body between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he writhes on the ground. Both of you shut up and help me drag him into the safe room, now. You turn to see Dr. Kelly already pulling her son towards the open doorway. Bro, I was so wrong for that. Sit on the log beside Stella. Levi, how did you find me? I just wanted to offer a suggestion as to how to spend your time tomorrow. Tabitha will be busy out in the mines. Take advantage of that. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around to stop you. Right. Explore the estate, you might find something interesting, if you know where to look. So, one of the craziest things I found out about was the goat. And if you know what I'm talking about with Scarlet Hollow, that to me was so crazy. I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil like too much of it because it's not from Ren, but I had to mention the goat. So are you coming in? Absolutely, Stella. You drift off together, limbs intertwined, exhausted and safe and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it might not, but whatever happens, you'll face it together. That's my ride or die right there. It's time to continue your journey. Wake up. You wake up to the sound of birdsong and the welcome aroma of breakfast sizzling down the hall of Stella's intimately cozy cottage. The soft cotton oversheet you're wrapped in smells like her. The gentle morning sun shines in through her bedroom window, speckling the sheets with dazzling spots of lights, warming the spot where Stella lay beside you all night. You feel like you've had a good night's sleep for the first time in days, and you know you have her to thank for it. Join her in the kitchen. Hello, my beloved. Levi, hope I wasn't too noisy in here. I wanted you to be able to get some more sleep. I know it's early. Still, it can't be too bad to wake up to somebody making you pancakes for you, even if it is at the crack of dawn. Explorer. Oh, right. So the explorer options are ones that don't progress dialogue. Everything else progresses dialogue. Give her a morning kiss. How'd you sleep? It was nice to wake up here knowing your face would be the first thing I'd see. I can't believe you made me pancakes. You're amazing. Thanks for making breakfast. I feel like I barely ate yesterday. I'm starved. You really didn't have to go to all this trouble. Pancakes. Oh, I wanted something else. Say nothing. Well, I kind of want to see what happens if I give her a morning kiss, right? Like, that's my beloved. Take a step forward, leaning close. You can feel Stella's smile broaden as you plant a gentle kiss on her cheek. Levi, you can do better than that. Just challenge me. Before you pull away, she takes your face in a flower-dusted hands, pressing her soft lips to yours. Let's see, starting off the chapter with a kiss? Love to see it. She smirks as she turns back to the pan. How'd you sleep? Aren't I the host here? Isn't that what I'm supposed to ask you? But I slept great. Of course I did. Thanks again for everything you did yesterday. You have no idea how late I feel right now. It's nice to wake up to you here knowing your face would be one of the first things I'd see. I can't believe you made me pancakes. You're amazing. Thanks for making breakfast. I feel like I barely ate yesterday. I'm starved. Okay. I don't want brown nose too hard. Can't believe you made me pancakes. You're amazing. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I want to make sure today started out special. You've really been there for me this week, Levi. Making your food is the least I can do. And that's the last one. Let's have ourselves a breakfast feast. I would love pancakes right now. That would go so hard. Stella motions with a pancake-laden plate towards the table. You take a seat. Take a bite of your pancakes. Hey, before we figure out our plans for the day, we should talk about Reese. We should. I do need to talk to her about Reese. I forgot I haven't filled her in yet. Wayne stopped by while you were in the shower last night. Wayne said Tabitha would be around today. I think we should bust into the Forbidden Wing today. So what's the plan for today? What if we just take a chill day? No ghouls, no mysteries, just hanging out before I leave in a few days. I'm so excited to spend the day with you. It's so good to have you back. I really missed you yesterday. Say nothing and dig in. There's so many dialogue options. Now we're obviously going to talk to her. Before we figure out plan, we should talk about Reese. We should really talk about Reese. Why? Did something happen? Oh, the music cut. You take a deep breath and then proceed to explain everything. I'm so sorry I got him shot. Stella stares down at her pancakes and shot, trying to process what you just said. Tears well up in Stella's eyes. She tries to blink them away before you can notice. He's... what? She looks away for a long moment, trying to collect herself. So that means he's all alone right now, locked up in some tiny room? But I guess if he wasn't, then Dr. Kelly would be... Can't believe I was off dealing with my own pathetic little problems yesterday. If I'd just been there, then maybe things could have been okay. Maybe I could have talked him down or, I don't know, done anything, besides moping around while my friend went through the biggest crisis in his life. She takes a sullen bite of pancake. With it, she seems to swallow her momentary distress, her casual demeanor returning as she gives you a weak smile. Dude, she compartmentalizes so quick. But it's over. I trust you made the right call in the moment. I didn't. And for now, we have a mystery to solve. Though I will be making a visit to the doc's office soon. Yeah, me too. It's better than letting him kill someone. I bought us time to figure out the best course of action. He's not the kid you grew up with anymore, Stella. He's something else now. It's the best course of... I can't say that. I can't say that. Stella continues staring down at her pancakes, but her shoulders loosen, a forced smile plastered on her face. Oh well, no point in talking about it. We have a lot on the plate today. So many mysteries to solve. Like, I appreciate Stella's, like, demeanor to move forward. I really do. I think it's such a good quality. But you're allowed to be sad and upset about things. Like, you're a human too, Stella. You're allowed to feel. Take a bite of my pancakes. Take a multi-layered bite out of Stella's pancakes. It's incredible. Perfectly crispy crust with a light and fluffy interior. Still steaming from the heat for the pan. The gorgeous pour of maple syrup adding a flavorful sweetness. A rich buttery aftertaste lingers on your palate. Okay, that's it. I'm making pancakes later. Stack of these made by love by someone who cares about you is the perfect way to start your day. I do want to tell her about Wayne. I think we should just get her on the same page. Is the thing. This is like my ride or die, right? This is what I trust with everything. I think we should bust into the Forbidden Wing today. What a coincidence. I was also going to suggest we snoop around the estate this morning. It's like we share a brain. Oh, on the same page. That's why she's the wifey. This is so exciting. Let's finish up breakfast and go. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page at least. All right, pancakes have been eaten and I'm fueled up for today's activities. Let's head out. Stella stands up, Gretchen hopping down from her chair to stand at Stella's side, and the two of them lead you to the door and out the chilly morning air. The walk through town is quiet. It's early, and though you can smell the diner cooking up breakfast for hungry miners and brewing coffee for cops to sip, while ignoring the horrors of plaguing Scarlet Hollow, Main Street is deserted. You and Stella feel like the only people in the world watching the sun rise over the library. It's gotta be a good feeling. Oh, she's gonna film too? Okay. What's poppin', everyone? Welcome back to another cryptid Let's Play. Today we're gonna be exploring the haunted manor. The estate looms over the three of you. Most unwelcoming than it's ever been, as is the small bit of time you spent away in a warm house still full of love that built it has made the mere thought of crumbling manor unbearable. Wow, I can barely remember the last time I made my way up that hill. Fairland didn't exactly make it easy for me to see Tabitha, so we usually hung out anywhere else we could think of. Your aunt had a tendency to shoot first and ask questions later, so I figured it was best not to risk winding up at the business end of her shotgun. You only make that mistake once. I'm sad to see how much worse it's gotten. The cliff used to be a lot farther away from the house, but it's claimed a lot of ground. The place looks like it could fall any day now. It used to be such a beautiful house. Together you cross the threshold, the ancient door creaking open to reveal the familiar dusty foyer. Knowing Tabitha isn't here to keep you in line gives the place a new feeling, like you've had complete ownership of the place and that any secrets it once held are yours to be uncovered. If only you could figure out where to look. If only I had a powerful build. I could bust open the door. You can feel how much the floor is tilting. Geez, this place has really gone to the dogs since the last time I was here. Everything feels so much older and disused. I can't believe Tabitha is still living here. I'm sure she has a lot of memories tying her to the place, but it feels like it could come down around our ears any second. So, where to first? Explore your bedroom? Okay, hold on here. Let's go to my room first, Stella. Uh-oh, got something up there you want to show me? Just maybe. Stella gives you a flirtatious wink. Can you imagine hooking up in this haunted manor? I'm kind of into it. You know, I'm kind of into it a little bit. Lead the way. The two of you make your way up the rickety stairs into the guest room. The moment you enter the room, Gretchen and Frou-Frou start growling at each other. I forgot about Frou-Frou. Uh-oh, this is gonna be trouble. Gretchen lets out a short, sharp yap. That's all it takes for Frou-Frou to launch from the bed, skittering her way down the hallway. You hear her gallop down the stairs, undoubtedly returning to her spot in the kitchen. Gretchen is victorious. Anyway, if I remember correctly, this is Pearl Ann's old room, right? Tabitha really wasted no time getting this place turned over for guests. Someone has been here. The closet is wide open and its contents have been dragged out into the room. A discolored residue smeared on some of the larger boxes, giving you a hint as to who might have been an invasion of privacy. Oh, this is problematic because I know what's in the closet. Oh, okay. I'm going to play this. I'm going to give you guys all the same knowledge that I have, and we're going to play this together. So, to my knowledge, in the closet was a doll that belonged to one of the previous Scarlet members. And it's missing now, I believe. But I don't remember if I found that doll in my playthrough for YouTube or in my own personal playthrough. Holy shit. This mess has got to be Wayne, right? I think I know that you were that mess. I think I'd know if you were that messy. Explore Mystical. Did you say that this was Pearl Ann's old room? I knew someone died in here. Tabitha is so dismissive when I brought it up. Explore. Does that mean this is... Okay. Closet was not like this yesterday morning. Investigate the closet. I don't like the look of this, Stella. Go to the Forbidden Wing. Mystical. Pearl Ann didn't die in her sleep, so one can assume. Maybe Tabby just didn't want to talk about it. It's okay. Now you can just sleep in my bed for the rest of the week. If Tabby gets mad, oh well. She shouldn't have made you sleep in a dead lady's bed without even telling you. I will be taking up you on that offer. Absolutely. Investigate the closet. You and Stella cross the room to investigate the open closet door. The back of it hangs slightly ajar. It looks like it was never a solid wall at all, but rather a door, previously hidden behind a pile of boxes and papers that was dragged out of the way overnight. There is no doorknob, only a small circle of metal where the doorknob would be, punctuated with a keyhole. Is that a hidden door? Yes, I knew it. I knew there was going to be a hidden passage. Stella whips out her camera, nearly fumbling and dropping it in excitement, but she regains her steadiness, aiming into the gloom of the closet at the sliver of light from the room beyond. Stellars, you're not going to believe this. We're here in the Scarlet Estate, trying to get to the bottom of what exactly is going on around town. I have just uncovered the hidden door in Levi's closet. I think you're right, Stella. Wayne is behind this. Don't you think Tabitha is going to get mad at you for filming her like a legal action man? Yeah, whatever. We're going in. Guess we've found our way to the Forbidden Wing. You're going to be the death of me, Stella. You go in first. I'm too scared. This is too easy. I don't trust it. We're going to the downstairs entrance. We can figure out our way in. Step into the secret passage. Oh, but I want to know. I think you're right, Stella. Wayne is behind this. Does that mean Wayne knows about the layout of the Scarlet Estate? Probably. You know, I'm really starting to wonder what he has to do with all of this. I don't like how close he seems to think he is with you, but maybe he knows what's going on. Yeah, I think we need to convert Stella on the Wayne side, because I feel like Wayne might actually have our best interest in mind, because he kind of shows up and he hasn't been threatening to us whenever he's shown up, right? Like, give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe? Don't you think Tabitha is going to be mad at you? That's the nature of journalism. I take risks to get information out in the world. Whether that's a risk of bodily harm or legal consequences for sneaking into my friend's old house. If we don't find anything, I don't post anything. But if we do find something, and it blows your dark, possibly incriminating family secrets wide open, well, I guess that's a problem for future Stella to figure out. You're gonna be the death of me, Stella. At least that beats dying alone. She's right. You both step forward, Stella filming as she dramatically opens the door, it hinges creaking appropriately. Together you enter the forbidden wing of the Scarlet Estate. The room you find yourself in is mostly barren, with no real furniture to speak of. The wallpaper is peeling with neglect for the floor tiles. The wallpaper is peeling with neglect and the floor tilts uncomfortably beneath you. Already you can see why Tabitha would be so intent on keeping you out of these unused rooms. This doesn't feel like a place for humans anymore. Stella continues forward excitedly, camera held up to catch every detail. You follow her into the hallway beyond the small, forgotten room. Wow, an exclusive look at the ruins of the Scarlet Estate. Even if we don't find anything supernatural in here, this is already great stuff. This room is creepy. Oh my god, it's literally a secret passage. Like, it goes all the way around. Before you is the long hallway. Dust dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away. Though there's nowhere else to run to now. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and the staircase looms at the far end. I think Wayne probably cleared out the closet because he wants me to explore through here. Oh, those are fresh prints. She zooms in on what you now notice is a faint trail of human footprints along the dusty floor of the hallway. Looks like our friend has been doing some exploring on his own. We'll have to be careful. I'd rather not run into him while sneaking around here. Investigate the ornate entryway. Let's just go upstairs and follow the foot. No, we'll investigate the entryway. Both make your way to the dark doorway in the middle of the corridor. It's a parlor. Of course, the Scarlets of old would have dedicated space to entertain their guests. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There's a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Geez, it's a miracle any of this is still standing. Tabitha should really think about moving before this half of the house decides to finish falling off the cliff. I have a bad feeling about this. That's foreshadowing. As Stella excitedly films the B-roll of the room parlor, something else catches your eye too. A bookshelf, or rather, what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by the single rested hinge. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. And it seems that Stella has spotted it too, as she turns her camera towards the dark entryway. The hidden room? Oh man, the fans are gonna love this. Examine the painting, examine the hidden room. I don't think we should go in there, Stella. Go back to the hallway. Examine the painting first. The painting highlights the number of old buildings and locals, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic still called a hospital at the time of this painting. The church. And then there's somewhere you've yet to see. The historical Callaway Tremaine homesteads? And that would be our little town. Oh, there's a plaque under it. It's commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Let the past never be forgotten. Oof, I feel like writing something like that is just asking to wind up gathering dust and neglect a room like this. Let this be a lesson to all my viewers looking to be immortalized in their life's work. So, all 2 of you, maybe. Okay, investigate the hidden room. The music stopped again. Stella takes you by the hand, her firm grip lending you a sense of security even as you both step over the wide gap in the floor. Together, you duck between the shelves, stepping over water-damaged books and into the darkness of the hidden room. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the wall. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. The walls were all lined with ornate display cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. With all of these ornamental details, your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Not gonna lie, Gretchen snarling there scared me. Gretchen barks out at the rest of the room, attempting to intimidate whatever it is she smells. Shh, Gretchen, we wouldn't want anyone to find us here. Who knows, they might try to seal it back up. Amontillado style? Gretchen quiets down, but that doesn't stop her from thoroughly investigating the space. This is it, Stellars, the kind of find every urban explorer hopes for. A hidden room where locked away in the Scarlet Estate full of weird artifacts and keepsakes no one was ever supposed to find. They weren't counting on a couple investigative documentarians like us to go looking, but here we are, about to blow the family's sordid past wide open. Investigative documentarians? Is that what YouTubers are? Explore Booksmart, examine the bookshelf, examine the desk. You've seen enough. We're going to examine the bookshelf. Maybe the collection of literature can help you learn about this room's occupant. You approach the shelf, your eager eyes poring over titles for anything that seems to stand out. The upper shelves are mostly classic fiction. Moby Dick, Shakespeare, various Dickens novels. Nothing that stands out particularly interesting. The bottom shelf seems to home 2 reference books, heavy volumes of long outdated construction law, treatises on various aspects of coal industry, but there's also a book on city planning that stands out to you. The spine is marked with a dot. You pull it out, the shelves above shifting precariously, as if the book held some load-bearing purpose. The instant you crack its spine, a slip of paper falls out. Ancient and fragile and yellowed with age. It's some kind of map. Oh shit, wait, this just got interesting. It's an old map of Scarlet Hollow, and somebody's launched... Where did I even see that? And somebody's circled a bunch of important landmarks. Town Hall, the mines, the clinic, the old farmhouses too. Is that where the symbol thing is? We found a symbol in each one of those, I think, right? Wait a second. At least 2 of these had stone carvings. Yeah, the stone carvings. I bet anything that's where we'll find the stones as the rest of the places. This is huge. Now we know exactly where we should investigate next. I'll hold on to it. I don't get the feeling that anyone will notice it's gone. Stella takes both the book and the map from your hands, shelving the former and pocketing the latter. Explore the desk. You step towards the desk. Maybe there's something worth finding in its drawers. Open the top drawer, bottom drawer, step away from the desk. You see enough, return to the hallway. Every time I pick an option that has return to the hallway in it, I feel like I'm pushing my luck. The top drawer mostly contains old-timey letter writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit, emblazoned with the initials ES, Enoch Scarlet, probably. The wax seems slightly gnawed. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents, scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature in the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning this must also be his study. There he is. And hidden among the documents, you find an ancient photograph. A stern blonde man stares at you from the detritus at the bottom of the drawer. A face you're surprised to find you recognize. It's the man from your vision, the one in the hospital bed. Hey, I've seen that before. That's the picture of Theodore they put in the local history books. That's your great-uncle or something. The one who died in the collapse. Tell Stella about my vision? Yeah. I had a vision about him yesterday. No way. Oh, it's gonna make me remember? Or am I just picking what I tell her about it? Enoch was about to take Teddy home from the hospital after the collapse, but afterwards he told the doctors that he was just an imposter. He didn't die in the collapse. Enoch just said he did, but I also saw him promising Teddy that a witch was going to solve their problems. Enoch said that he was working with a witch and that she'd be able to help him fix things, but this was in the hospital after the collapse. I'm gonna say the middle option. He didn't die in the collapse. Stella focuses the camera on you and you explain the vision you saw yesterday. She's clearly shocked by this revelation, drinking in every word, eyes growing wide. What's that about a witch? I figured Enoch was some straight-laced religious dude. Definitely seems like there are a lot of layers to this mystery we have yet to uncover. Close the drawer. It's in the bottom drawer. The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked, though a bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. Possums! Oh, hello! Two possums stare up at you within the rest of the old glass vitals, their beady eyes blinking with surprise. Oh, I wish I had talked to animals. Gretchen immediately starts barking and straining to get the poor beasts, breaking the eerie silence of the forbidden wing with a cacophony of doggy wrath. Possums fall over, feigning death. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. I'm not letting you go after a couple of poor little possums. You don't even have teeth. This isn't a fight you're gonna win. Stella reaches out a foot, holding the squirming Gretchen close to her chest, and slides the drawer shut. The possums are safely stored away where the bloodthirsty toothless pug can't try to wrap her gums around the little throats. Step away from the desk. I guess that's all the options we have. Follow the footsteps time. See where these footsteps lead. You find yourself on the 3rd floor of the estate for the first time. As you take in the surroundings, Stella slowly pans the camera down the length of the hall, working to build dread and tension for her future viewers. She clears her throat again, resuming her narration in a charmingly professional hosting voice. Clearly, Levi and I are not the only people who have passed through this supposedly forbidden wing. Who knows, we might wind up running into someone else sneaking around in here. If you're watching this as found footage after the two of us went missing, now you know where to start looking for our bodies. She drops the camera after her morbid joke, her voice returning to its usual casual cadence. Looks like the footprints go all the way down this hallway into the far door. Dude, I love Stella. Approach the window, move the boxes from the front of the nearest door, enter the middle room, and follow the trails to the farthest room. Okay, we got some options. Carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff. There is nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together. At least for now. Why would you say that? Jesus. Move the boxes. Boxes slide out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them in the room beyond. I was so fixated on the footprints I didn't even realize this room was here. That probably means it has some really good stuff. The kind of stuff people put away hoping no one will ever find it. The kind of stuff that makes a very great video. Yeah, Stella? I don't know about that. The room is coldly empty. The large antique bed is made, its sheet ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feelings of tidiness. Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its four-poster frame. Search the desk. You step towards the desk, its drawers practically overflowing with stationery. You start opening drawers. Each one is filled with paper, stacked haphazardly, practically spilling out as you attempt to dig through for anything important. All these bills and receipts are in Edward Dean's name. Guess we know whose desk this is. The rest of the room is so neat and tidy. It's amazing that her drawers are such a hoarder's nest of old paper. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Scarlet ladies have always been like this, pretending they have everything together on the surface, then being a total mess on the inside. Sounds like a tabby to a T. Oh, don't tell her I said that. No, you're good. When you reach the bottom of the right drawers, you find something else, something entirely different. Birthday cards? Greeting cards, letters, small wrap packages, some open, some sealed, some crumpled into a messy ball. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope Pearly Ann treats you to your best Christmas yet. I'm not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. I made sure they were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awful pretty. And they're still got that beach smell. And make sure you put your ear up to them too. It doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. You hear the ocean? And in case you think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash too, so you can get yourself something a little nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Pearly Ann to take you to a nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby, and I'm always thinking of you. You can come out and visit me anytime. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I made sure to write out my address on the back of this card just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you, my incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad. Oh my God. Stella lowers the camera, averting its gaze from the deeply personal letters. Tabby said her dad was never tried to get in touch, that he just abandoned her. You pull out another from close to the top of the pile. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So the big 2-0. I can't believe my daughter is such an adult. In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds of animals make, like you're the professor of animal noises. All the cards got hidden. They never made it to Tabitha. That's so sad. I have no idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if sometimes it feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now, and I have no idea what you're like. I like to think that we get along, though. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up just in case. It's always ready for you, kid. Oh, I feel bad for Tabby. She has this memory that she thinks that her dad just abandoned her and like left her for nothing, and all this time the letters were just never making it to her. I love you, and I always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawer is almost entirely unopened envelopes dated from when Tabitha would have been just a kid, all from him. It kind of looks like Edwardine and Pearly Ann were keeping these from Tabitha on purpose, for practically her entire life. I don't even know if we should tell her. I mean, there could have been a good reason, right? Like maybe he was awful and telling her would just be painful and dredge up bad memories, but no, I feel like yeah, we have to tell her. Look, I'm all team hate Tabby, but she doesn't deserve to not know who her dad is. We can at least make her aware of the situation, and then she can decide on her own what she wants to do. We have to tell her, Stella, I'd want to know Tabitha deserves one good thing in her life. I don't care if she yells at us for sneaking around back here. If we tell her, she'll know we were in here. Do we need to make her relationship with Pearly Ann even more complicated than it already is? For all we know, he's dead or he sucks. How about you tell her after I leave? I'm not sure I want to deal with the fallout of this. You know her better than I do, Stella. What do you think she'd want us to do? Say nothing. I think I would want to know. I'd want to know. Yeah, me too. Hopefully the fact that we found this means she won't be too mad at us for snooping around back here. Stella stuffs a handful of letters into her bag. I wonder if Tabitha knew. I wonder if she's been back here and explored it. Stella stuffs a handful of letters into her bag, search the closet. You make your way to the closet. It's as lifeless and tidy as the rest of the room. It seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, as neat and orderly as she could, considering the decaying state of the place. This looks to me like where Pearly Ann would go shopping for Tabby's clothes. It's exactly the sort of thing she wears. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've seen her in that dress before. The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes is a box, shoved to the one side. You pick it up. Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of these little sailor suits boys from the 50s are always wearing. Boys' clothes. That's weird. When was the last time a boy was born into this family? When you pull out the last shirt, a note is revealed, tucked away at the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. Mommy, I am in here too, and I love you. It's scrawled in the most illegible handwriting, written in some thick brown watery ink that's cracked with age. That's not blood? Mommy, I'm in here too, and I love you. What the? Stella handles the note. Gretchen anxiously stomps on the floorboards. It's okay, Gretchen. You don't have to squirm so much. It's just paper. Really, really creepy paper. Stella zooms in on the unsettling note, making sure the camera takes in every detail. Yo, if my mystical could kick in right here, that would be really great. Okay, I got the footage I need. You should put that back before you get cursed from it or something. You drop the note back into the box, once again covering it with the clothes. Folks, what you just saw was just found in the bottom of a box of boys' clothes hidden away in the Edward Dean Scarlet's closet. Yet the only children she supposedly ever had were two girls. This mystery is getting so thick it's gone from gumbo to gravy. Yes, when we were digging through Dr. Kelly's office, I think, right? I found records yesterday. Actually, Edward Dean had a stillborn baby boy. Middle name is Charles. That note's just a prank, right? Jesus Christ, I'm scared that was scary. Say nothing. We're putting the pieces together. Stella's eyes go wide. No way. You're not just winding me up, right? Because that is a bombshell. I mean, do you think Charlie... But then... Oh my god. Okay, hear me out. What if he wasn't stillborn? I mean, he would have been a bastard son, right? And with Enoch the way he was, and the fact that your family has the whole Southern Gothic thing going on? Oh god. I hope we find more about this. Forget about gravy. The mysterious just boiled over. Achievement: her ladyship's chambers. Explore Edward Dean's bedroom. You and Stella return to the hallway. Explore the middle room. Oh boy, we've got a haunted nursery, everybody. Check the bookshelf. Top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. Lower shelves are full of educational material from the children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Copybook. Alexandra Scarlet. Reasons Mommy should take me and Mary Bell to the zoo. Number 1. We have been very good girls and not cried for a whole week. Mary Bell says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3. I think it would be very fun and Mommy would have a good time. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. So Alexandra and Mary Bell are the two girls, I think. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. Something near the back of the book gives you a pause. In a section that starts with the promptly, today Alexandra continues with, talk to the boy in the wall. The boy in the wall? Are you kidding me? People are going to think I planned this or something. It's just too creepy. Booksmart. This last prompt lingers with you. If all these practice books are the same, you wonder what else you managed to find under Today I. You grab the next copy, opening it at the first practice writing page. Today I told the boy in the wall about my family. Oh, that's smart. Let's see if there's any more about him. Then the boy in the wall said he is happy. He has a kid to talk to. I am also glad because Mary Bell is mean sometimes and tells me what to do. He's really nice, and I hope he can come out of the wall to play with us soon. Today I told the boy in the wall that I am sad. He was really nice and told me he knows how to make Mommy be nicer to me. He said Mommy tucks him in every night and reads him stories and is never mean. And that if I was in the wall, Mommy would also be nice to me. He said there can only be one kid in the wall, so he will have to switch places with me. But Mommy will be nice to me, then so it's okay. What? Today I ate dinner with Mommy. She said she made me a special dinner, and she sat with me the whole time, and I was a good girl and ate it all. Mommy is proud of me. It was a good day, and I am happy. The rest of the book is blank. Alexandra disappeared, didn't she? You both share a moment of silence, staring down at the empty pages, only the type words Today I staring back at you. Bro. Bro, what? Hey, hold on. The encyclopedia has something sticking out of it. If Daddy plays with me and Mary Bell, my family goes to the zoo, Mommy and Grandpa took us to work, if me and Mary Bell and Mommy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic. All signed by Alexandra Scarlet. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. There's a strange, fantastical element to these pictures. Everyone is smiling and sitting together as any family would in a child's drawing, and yet it feels like they're drawn in the same hopefully way a child would draw a unicorn, expressions of some reality that Alexandra could only dream of. There are less joyful illustrations as well. Daddy napping shows their father sleeping in a chair, a bottle of brown liquid conspicuously drawn on the table next to him, the girls hovering in the doorway some distance away. Daddy getting drunk. Mommy going to work shows the girls crying in the upstairs window of the house as their mother walks away, an angry frown scrawled on their face. Wow, these are awful. The viewers are going to eat this up. You get the feeling these are more accurate depictions of the girls' lives. The last picture you pull out gives you pause. There's a new figure here, seemingly drawn behind a barrier. The two girls sit on the other side, smiles on the cartoon faces. The boy on the wall. There he is again. I'm assuming at this point that he was definitely real. I wonder what he looked like, or if they ever actually saw him. Stella makes sure to linger on the image, getting plenty of B-roll from the scribbled lines. You know, I just finished the book, Flowers in the Attic, where it's about 4 children who are like hidden in their attic, basically, in a room, and have to survive there. So that's what the boy on the wall is reminding me of. I wonder if he was just like this illegitimate bastard son and being hidden from society. You and Stella make your way back to the hallway. Okay, we're backtracking. You continue following the trail of footprints approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. Gretchen begins to shake in fear, whining meekly as she glances around the room with wide, anxious eyes. It's okay, Gretchen. It's just a big empty room. There's nothing to be scared of. Mystical, it pains you to stand in this space. Emotions hang over you, strong, oppressive, and overwhelming thoughts that threaten to fill your lungs. You don't feel death here. You feel something worse, a deeper loss, one that's left a wound that has refused to scar. You can't help but fixate on the carpet in the center of the room. The corner is rumpled as it had recently been moved. Explore Mystical and move the carpet. Yes, please. You pull the carpet up, exposing the bare floor and revealing what lies beneath. An ornate ring of sigils have been carved into the floor. 5 along the edges with a 6 in the center. What sound am I hearing? That's gotta be some type of cryptid sound, right? The circle emits a now uncomfortably familiar feeling. You can feel your gaze forced to crawl over every intricate detail of the carving in the front of you. This is some kind of magic circle in the Scarlet Estate? Clearly Enoch was pretty serious about the whole occult thing. This is about as occult as you can get. But you're too far drawn into the trance to respond to Stella, or to even pay much mind to what she's saying. Your gaze crawls across the intricate details and bid. The serpents wrapped around the staff give you flashes of the room beyond the morgue, and the darkness that swept through the house once it has been uncovered. The fist and chain makes you feel like you're back in the claustrophobic confines of the mind, surrounded by the angry hammering of its memories. These past locations? The horns have the same nightmarish, dreamy feeling of the world constructed by the furious ghost of Charles Shaw Jr. The others are new to you. The feelings they emit are less intensive, giving only vague impressions of what they might be tied to. Okay, these are the events, I think. Golden fields, the mutiling of fresh souls, just slithering out from the womb and desperate to be fed. Another that rings like bells in your mind, calling you not towards it, but away from it, pushing you from its threshold and into the darkness. But the central symbol is the strongest of all. It echoes out across the room, a vast ego proclaiming its dominance. You okay? Oh no, did the circle do something to you? Talk to me, Levi, snap out of it. Mystical, a bell chimes, not calling me but pushing me away, and there's a field somewhere, torn by hunger and... what? I'm fine, I just got lost in thought. I feel like I've been losing my mind over the course of this week, like a bit by bit, I'm losing my free will. Give her the thumbs up. Bell chimes, not calling me but pushing me away. Hey, come on, stay with me. Let's get you out of this room. She flashes you a confident smile, her eyes shining as they meet yours. Her faith in you is unwavering. Stella crosses the room, training the camera on the door on the far side, like the way you entered it too has been left ajar, as if inviting you to explore what might be behind it. The doors to this room seem like they would almost totally invisible if they hadn't been left open. There aren't handles or anything, just keyholes. So it's gotta be a hidden passage. Amazing, your family really pulled out all the stops when it comes to creepy stuff. Follow Stella is my only option. You exit into the short hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the leading back down to the lower floors, but there is also another door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along the edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The doorframe itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Look how many locks are on the door. Holy shit. Gretchen's whining reaches a fever pitch. Geez, okay, I get it. The scary room is too scary for a little dog like you. You don't have to go in. Just don't go running off anywhere. See how the edge of the door is all messed up? Looks to me like something didn't want to be put back in there. Before you stop her, Stella steps into the little room, her camera drinking in every detail. Oh my god. You step forward to join her. Gretchen remained rooted to the floor outside. There's the doll! That's the doll that was taken from my closet! That I know of, that I shouldn't know of. This was a prison cell. Everything about the place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches. Legible words mixed in with nonsense of desperate clawing. The one hidden set high in the far wall is fitted with a thick plane of glass, and the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closets, okay, so it did acknowledge it, sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandria. Look at all these scratches in the wall. Did the person do all this? I can't imagine how much it would have hurt. It stinks too, like nothing I've never smelled before. I've been in the sewer drains that smelled better. She here? This is where she went missing? Tabby? What happened here, Levi? What the hell happened here? Mystical, the pain radiating from the walls howls through your mind. Whatever lived here lived in constant torment. But the etchings on the wall are more than just evidence that suffering went on here. Whatever was trapped in these walls was trying to send a message to you or to anyone who might happen to cross it. Your eyes are drawn to the massive almost letters dug as deep into the brick as the cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. Mystical. It almost looks like a word, though none of the lines meet up, causing you to constantly doubt whether the letters are at all or just lines that fool the eye into imagining shapes that aren't there. Your stomach clenches with the nausea as you run your eyes along the deep furrows in the wall, but whatever was in here wanted these words to be known. I can't read it. I'm trying to read the scratches, but I can't read it. O-V-A. I can't read what it says. It looks like O-V is the first two letters. So do your best to store them away, trying to burn the image of them into your mind. Carved deep into the wall, bloody against the filthy brick. Explore this doll used to be in my closet, property of Alexandria, sorry. The boy in the wall, what do you think was kept here? Jesus Christ, your subscribers are gonna go nuts for this. Do you think Tabitha, are we sure you should post this video? I'm done with today's adventure. Okay, we have seen this room. Let's get the hell out of here, Stella, turn and leave. Oh, we come so far now, we have to keep going. That doll used to be in my closet, property of Alexandra. Oh, you picked it up? You're insane for that. Stella walks over to the doll and examines it. Property of Alexandra. Kids always talked about how she went missing. It's one of our town's urban legends. I wonder if they ever found her body. Maybe there wasn't a body to find. Boy in the wall. I think he was kept here. And then Alexandra. This doesn't feel like old skeletons in the closet either. The smell is too fresh. And some of these locks on the door are modern. Stella lets the statement hang in the air. I just hope Tabitha did know about all of this. To think it's possible the whole time we knew each other, all these nights we stayed up late talking, she might have known this existed? No, she didn't. She wouldn't have let something like this happen. I don't want to get out of here. Dude, I just hit her with the Jesus Christ. I'll question her about Tabitha. Do you think Tabitha knew? I don't know. I'm not sure I want to think about that. You and Stella are interrupted by a sound wrapping around you. Music. The tinkling of a piano plays, played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall once you've yet to travel. You hear the creepy music, right? Stella seems uncharacteristically shaken. She clutches at your arm, the camera trembling in her hand. Oh, she's afraid. Finally, she's afraid. Oh god, someone else is in here. Mystical. You know who you'll find if you choose to follow the tune. It's an invitation. Wayne's blackened fingers sending out a message across the quiet house. The two of you stagger back in the hall. Do you think it's him? Wayne? Stella seems to swallow her momentary fear, straightening back up and letting the light return to her features. If it is him, he could have some information. He seems like he knows a lot about what's going on in the town. And who knows, maybe he's been willing to talk now that we found all those secrets your family has been hiding. I'm willing to go meet Wayne, simply because he let us know today that Tabitha wasn't going to be around and that we should do some exploring. I'll go alone. He might be more willing to talk if it's just me. We'll go talk to him together. If Wayne wants to talk to me so badly he can ditch the theatrics and just talk to me, let's leave. No way I'm going to look for some spooky old guy playing this spooky music. Let's just leave. Take her hand, go back the way you came. Take her hand and follow the music. Oh. I want Stella to come with me. This is my ride or die. She's coming with me, regardless. Plus, she can document everything. I kind of just want to take her hand and like that's so creepy. I can't resist the opportunity to just like be mystical and creepy. Wayne clearly set this up for you to see. It's only right that you hear what he has to say. You silently take Stella's hand, squeezing tightly as you pull her towards the music. Come on, Gretchen, I'll carry you. Stella scoops up Gretchen, the pug still visibly shaking with fear this place seemed to instill in her, though Stella's comforting grip seems to ease her poor little doggy spirit. That's right, my little old lady. Nothing bad happened. Besides, being shaken to my core, I guess, but nothing physical. We're just seeing one scary man and then we're leaving. What if it's not Wade? Her grip is firm and warm and reassuring, and together you make your own way down the hall to the source of the eerie music. The stairs take you down. Oh, this is horrifying. Stairs take you down what you have to assume was once a servant's quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expensive rooms of the estate without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet Estate. The echoing piano is your only company. Soon enough, you see light again, sun creeping in through the edges of nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. This is the theme song too that's playing. Like the one on the title screen, with the banjo, but it's a piano version. Oh, I might have to look this up and start listening to this just like on its own. It's such a good song. You're at the end of a long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. But as you make your way into one of the side rooms, utterly dark save for the open doorway on the far wall, the music stops. There's no warning, no gentle fade or dramatic slamming of keys. Hello, Wayne. You make your way into the music room. Wayne is already standing, his eyes glimmering in the darkness behind his stained veil. I'd hoped you'd come alone. Sorry, Wayne, that's my ride or die. Well, you better get used to me being around, because your days of harassing Levi are over. From now on, you'll have to harass the both of us. That's alright. You can enjoy your slattern. You and I are already bound by fates. You need to come to understand that if you expect to help anyone, yourself included. You're running out of time. He slips away into the shadows. Achievement, Angel of Music, answer his call. What did you just call me? Whatever, let's just leave, yeah? So it called her a slattern, and I believe that's like an old term for like a woman that gets around, right? Like it's meant to be derogatory. Now, I think we've seen enough, and the floor down here feels like it could give away and throw us down the cliff at any second. The warmth you and Stella shared last night seems to fall apart in the fresh air, shaken by the unearthed secrets of your family's past. We didn't die! A tense silence holds between you two as your mind does its best to grapple with what you found. Tabby's gonna be so pissed. The cell, the doll, Enoch's occult sanctuary, the boy in the wall, and his outfits in Edwardine closet. It's possible your cousin has known about all of this? Your eyes dart back up to Stella. Her gaze is fixed on some non-existent point far off in the distance, and you can only try to imagine what she might be thinking. Maybe she feels you're connected in some impossible way to what you just discovered, like you carry whatever went on there in your blood. And Tabitha, who had lived under the same roof as that cell her entire life. The silence feels like a terrible thing, like detritus clogging the air. suffocating the fragile growth of barely formed relationship. There's a feeling that the longer you wait to say something, anything, the more your tentative relationship will unravel second by second. So say something. Say anything. Just break this awful silence already. Are you mad at me? You're not posting any of that online, right? So you're posting that to your channel, right? I had nothing to do with any of that. I don't think we can trust my cousin. Do you think Tabitha knows? Tabitha has to know, right? There's no way she doesn't. You think Tabitha's going to lock me up there? Maybe the dungeon was a sex thing. Why? Say nothing. I think that's in poor taste, considering what went on in there. I don't think that's the time to make that joke. Well, if she... Oh, I don't want to be skipping. What button did?
Self voicing disabled.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Tabitha has to know. I feel like Tabitha has to know, right? There's no way she doesn't. What? Absolutely not. Tabitha? Tabby's not the kind of person to lock someone away in some sort of I don't think she did it. I know her. She's not the sort of person who would keep something like that hidden from me. Are you sure? Explore Booksmart. We don't even know everything. We don't even know everything there is to know about what my family's done. We shouldn't go to Tabitha until we follow every loose end. Mystical. I was always going to see what we saw today, but there's nothing forcing us to go to Tabitha. We don't have to see her. You've always been so quick to defend her. How can I trust that you're not in on all of this? I don't think she's in on all of this. What if you're wrong? What if she does something terrible to me? I don't know if I can do this. Okay, if this is important to you, let's go. If this is important to you, I'll come along, but I don't trust her. Stella, remain silent. I'm gonna use my Booksmart, I think. I really don't want to see her yet. We don't even know everything there is to know about what my family's done. But, okay, I get it. But if we're not going to Tabitha, then what are we supposed to do? We have to do something. No, fine, you're right. Confronting Tabitha right now is the only thing that makes sense. Everything else that comes to mind feels bad. I think we need to give Tabitha a chance to clear the air. Everything else I can think of feels like delaying the inevitable. We'll have to see Tabitha. That's true. Tabitha needs to know what we found. She needs to know what our family kept from us. I mean, we go to the cops, right? Absolutely not. Isn't this the exact sort of issue cops are supposed to solve? We know the next stone is at the farm, so if we go there, what if we pretend nothing happened? What if we just left town together? There must be someone other than Tabitha we can go to. I don't actually have any other ideas. I do want to know what Tabitha has to say. I guess it's like delaying the inevitable. Yeah. Everything I can think of feels like delaying the inevitable. Yeah, unless you're planning on hiding from her until the bus comes on Monday. And even then, I'd still have to see her. I live here, you know? So let's see what she has to say. And if it's bad, let's not think about it being bad until something bad actually happens, okay? That's true. She does live here. I'd rather her do it with me here than when I leave. There are no picketeers outside the mine today. The only sound is the constant low industrial clanking of unending productivity. The only sign of life is the slow-moving machinery beyond the rickety chain-link fence. The Scarlet Hollow mines are ticking along, as they always have. There is nothing here to stop you from seeing your cousin. Alright, looks like the coast is completely clear, and we didn't have to cross a picket. Yay! You and Stella make your way through the front gates and get up the short path to your cousin's office. Stella doesn't bother to knock before twisting the door open and confidently stepping into the trailer. Tabby! Stella? Levi? What are you doing here? Why are you holding a shotgun? Yeah, crazy. I clean it sometimes. Guns need that kind of thing. You know that. And this one has seen more action lately than usual. Need some attention, that's all. Yeah, because you blew Reese's head off. So you two are still together even in the light of day. Your long night just turned into a long morning, huh? How sweet. Don't be bitter because I stole your girl. Let's not do the small talk today, Tabby, please. Stella pulls up a chair and the two of you sit down across from your increasingly anxious cousin. Hey, I didn't say you could sit. We just came from the Forbidden Wing, Tabby. Have you been there? Stella, what were you thinking? You know not to go in there. I know, I'm sorry, but the stuff we found in there? Tabby, your family hid so much from you. You deserve to know. Stella, I thought we weren't going to tell her that we broke in. Tabitha, before you say anything, this wasn't my idea. Don't get defensive, let her talk. Stella is being way more open-minded than I am right now. Tabitha, what have you been up to? What are you hiding from us? Tabitha, we found birthday cards from your dad in there. Lots of them. No need to interrupt. You can let Stella do the talking. I kinda don't want this to get hostile. You know, if we can get some information out of Tabby, that would be really good. I don't want to just like pawn this off on Stella though. Let's start with the birthday cards. Tabitha, we found like Enoch's study. It was behind an old bookcase and there was the occult stuff in there. What, like being into the occult, is that surprising? He was a rich man in the early 1900s. Of course he was into the occult. That was like a hobby back then. You know, I know that. I wouldn't have come all the way out if that was it. But there was this other room where somebody had drawn some kind of, I don't know, satanic circle on the floor, like in the horror movie. Someone had clearly tried to hide it. We also found these old clothes in Grandma Eddie's room. Boys' clothes, and a freaky note that looked like it might have been written in blood. It said, "I'm still here and I love you," or something. I don't know what that means, but it was in plastic. She clearly wanted to keep it. And these birthday cards from your dad, all stashed in the drawer? What? Someone has been hiding them. Yeah, I knew she didn't know. Someone's been hiding them from you, Tabby. He loves you. He sent them every year. There's a dungeon in there, Tabitha. I want answers, Tabitha. What are you hiding from us? Yeah. Do you want to see the cards? We brought some of them with us. There's a lot of scary stuff. Tabitha, remain silent. I tried to interject and I got talked over, so maybe I just remained silent. You decided to let Stella finish rather than risk being interrupted again. But none of them is even important, because at the end of it all was a cell, a prison cell. Somebody was being kept in there. It looked like it hadn't been used for years, and just before we left, we ran into Wayne, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who made sure we found it, but I don't know why. He was all mysterious, and he called me some old curse word and left. Look smart, what really happened to your mom, Tabitha? Sleep apnea looks a lot like suffocation. Stella, I don't think we were going to just put everything on the table like that. Lie, I'm just along for the ride. I haven't had anything to do with breaking into anything. Okay, we're definitely not clicking that. Well, Tabitha, what do you have to say for yourself, because this doesn't look good for you? Tell us the truth, Tabitha. Why did you invite me here? Oh, that's a good question. I do want to know that. I'm gonna use my book smart though. What really happened to your mom, Tabitha? Sleep apnea looks a lot like suffocation. Stella was not happy about that. Levi, you're not trying to say, how did you even get there after everything we saw? Tabby, there's no way you... Let's get my text. Wait, hold on, is there a history button? Oh, this is my major decisions. Okay. There we go. Stella, right? Okay. When Stella finishes, your cousin gathers herself and locks onto you with a steel gaze. Gotcha, gotcha. You put her up to this. I know you did. Stella has been a nuisance for years, always pestering me and trying to visit me at work, but even she knew never to cross this line. Breaking into my house, accusing me of killing my own mother? You're not good at this, Levi. I see exactly what you're trying to do, to turn my only friend against me, to back me into the corner. Isn't that right? Not quite. Tabby, come on, that's not at all what's going on at all. I want to hear it from Levi. There must be a way to put an end to all this, Tabitha. You don't have to follow in your family's footsteps. I think you're changing the subject, Tabitha. What do you have to say about everything we found in the estate? Yeah, I've turned Stella against you. What are you going to do about it? I don't care about you and Stella. I care about getting to the bottom of things. I do want to say that, but I don't want Stella to take offense to it. I think you're changing the subject, Tabby. Nothing. If you really want to chat with somebody, get a Ouija board and talk to Perlan. I'm still alive, so I have work to do, and you two are seriously impeding my ability to do so. I should have been stronger. I don't understand. We're not attacking you. We want to be on your side. The sound of approaching police siren interrupts the argument before any further points can be made. Tabby, you didn't. But when? How? Perlan had a switch installed on the desk ages ago. A direct line to the police. A mediatory party sounds like a good idea right about now, don't you think? But I'm here. I can mediate. I'm good at that. Our relationship with Tabby is too far gone, I think. How's this? Tabby, I know you're not to blame for anything we found in this state. Clearly, your family has a long legacy of keeping secrets. And I know you feel like we violated your trust by going into the closed-off wing and looking for clues. But look on the bright side. Now we can all try to get on the same page. Doesn't that sound good? Aren't you lonely keeping all these secrets? Please, Tabitha. I don't want this to end with anyone being dragged off by the police. And with what we have on you, don't you think there's a possibility it won't be Levi who winds up in handcuffs? Stella's talking her shit. I appreciate her laying it all out for me. Oh, do you have any evidence of this supposed crimes, or just footage of old rooms? Maybe an even better question would be, would you even be willing to use it if you did? As much as I can tell you, Levi, you've known me much longer. I doubt you'd ultimately be willing to turn in an old friend like me. I don't think Levi is capable of that much persuasion. You're bluffing. I'm going to tell them everything. Then we'll see what they have to say about your innocence, Tabitha. I'm not trying to fight her right now. You're really going to do this, aren't you? You're really going to have me arrested. Your own cousin. Fuck you, Tabitha. Really goes to show how much you actually care about Stella. You don't call the cops on someone you care about. Tabitha, I came to be here for you. Because I knew what it's like to be alone when your mom dies. And this is how you repay me. And what if we just leave? Remain silent? Oh, I don't have good options here. Do I guilt her with Stella? I think I have to guilt her with Stella. She's not gonna like that though. I'm gonna try. Oh, not the spile. Correction, Levi. I called the cops on you. Stella is merely on thin ice, whereas you've fallen through. I chose to go to the Forbidden Wing just as much as Levi. You can't decide to make your own cousin your punching bag. If you're mad at one of us, you're mad at both of us. No, I think I know who the real troublemaker is here. Because I know once I have that problematic element removed from the equation, things should go back to normal. Tabitha sighs, a certainty slowly over her. I do wish I could be honest, you know. Or really, I wish honesty would do anything. Wait. Why is my text skipping? How do I stop my text from auto-scrolling? Tabitha sighs, a certainty settling over her. I do wish I could be honest, you know, or really I wish honesty would do anything, but it's not going to keep the minds running. It's not going to fix the things that are actually broken around here. Toggle auto advancing text. There we go. Off. Because that's what Scarlets do at the end of the day. We keep the machinery oiled. We make sure that its components are replaced when they break. It's a legacy I have to maintain, as cruel and unglamorous as it might seem to anyone else. And I'll keep shouldering that burden along for as long as I have to. It's what I was born for. You too, Levi, though you've been neglecting it for a long time. Okay, Tabby, you're starting to scare me. There's a knock at the office door. Miss Scarlet, permission to enter? Of course it's Franklin. You were called, weren't you? Come on in. The door swings open and Deputy Franklin, the sternest member of the Scarlet Hollow's police force, walks in. Am I actually getting arrested here? Well, isn't this a pleasant coincidence? I've been looking for you all morning, city slicker. You're in a lot of trouble, kid. Too much trouble to let you keep wandering around causing mayhem. Oh, so you're planning to take my cousin in then? As a matter of fact, I was. Yes, Miss Scarlet. See, there have been all these problems around town lately, and I don't need an explanation. Go ahead, be my guest. I want an explanation. What could you possibly be arresting Levi for? Stella, don't interfere. You can act and talk after Levi joins the deputy. Talk? Without them? Really? You're handing your last living relative over? No objections? You won't have me fired for abuse of power or anything? No, I think some time under lock and key would do my cousin some good. Fuck you, Tabitha. Now, if you could take care of this outside, Miss Richmond and I would appreciate it. You can't take me away. I'm not being charged with something. I've done nothing wrong. Tabitha, are you really doing this to me? I'm the only family you've left. Stella backed me up here. I didn't do anything wrong. If you're arresting me, you should arrest Stella too. We did everything together. No, that's my key on the outside at the moment. This whole town is doomed. You can't arrest me, not when I'm the only one starting to stop what's coming. Tabitha's the one you should be arresting. Her. She has a whole tortured dungeon in her house. Remain silent. That is my right. You can't take me away if I'm not being charged with anything. This is such a weak argument. Okay, there's plenty I've got you for, which means I'm perfectly justified to put you on a 48-hour hold. And it sounds like Miss Scarlet has her own ideas as to what exactly the charges should be, but there will be charges. You hear that, Levi? You're at my mercy, so you better be on your best behavior. I want to hear that you give the deputy a hard time. Deputy Franklin nods, whipping out the handcuffs. A single smooth police academy motion is all it takes, and the cuffs are locked around your wrists. This is crazy. I'm actually getting arrested. As you're dragged from the office, Stella calls out to you one last time. It's okay, Levi. Me and Tabby are going to work this out, and then we'll come and get you, and everything will be okay. I promise. I actually think it'll be better without me there. I think Stella has a better chance without me there than with me there. Officer Franklin drags you from the office and towards the squad car, tossing you into the back seat and slamming the door. As you're shoved into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Levi. I did some sleuthing while you and the boys were out and now decided to make a move on the case.
Scarlet Kid? I didn't think they did anything arrest-worthy, but you can chat about that later. We need you up in the farms pronto. Got ourselves a possible 187 brewing.
I should have gone to the farms. I knew I should have gone to the farms. 10-4. Damn, the stage just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you have to come along for the ride, kid. Okay, I am getting to the farms. I want my own, lol. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road towards whatever emergency is underway, with you in tow. This is possible one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there is definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. As the car pulls up to the farms, you feel it again, a tingling at the back of your skull and urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward with the threat it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can only stop if you tend to it. There's definitely another stone here. It's getting harder to ignore them. Mystical. The feeling is strange when you try to examine it. Contradictory. Something that both desires to be alone, yet at the same time needs you in its presence. It's bringing something into this world, and it needs your help delivering it. This farm music is crazy. Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. Alright, Sheriff, what's the situation? Irma. Oh, this is Beau's mother? Duke's wife? Beau got tired of waiting for y'all to come do your job, so he took it upon himself to go investigate the Tremaine household, and he ain't come back out, and it's been hours. Irma, I'll do the honors of briefing the officers on our current situation. You can go back to the house and let us handle it from here. But y'all don't know about all his traps and whatnot. Duke was always saying not to go in there on the account of the Tremaine insanity. It's alright, man, we're the police. Facing dangerous situations is our job. Eat shit. The woman who you take to be Beau's mom reluctantly returns to the porch of her house, watching the other building intently as the officers talk among themselves. Franklin, you're with me. We're headed on to get a handle on the situation. Derrickson, you listen in front of the squad car. Hopefully we can settle this without you, but you're our backup if things go south, alright? Yes, sir. Think there's any hope for the hostage? Been awful quiet. If you ask me, I don't suspect there is a hostage. Not anymore. We'll more likely be given the doc call once this is settled. With a tip of his hat, Hugby signals to Franklin, and the two make their way up the hill towards the old farmhouse. Hey there, Levi. Sorry you had to come along for the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. Sounds like this won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. The thing called out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. Could you let me go, please? I haven't done anything wrong. You really think Beau is dead in there, do you? If you guys are arresting me, could you arrest the guy who's been stalking me since he's doing a real crime? Let me out, let me out, let me out. I don't understand. I need to get into that house. I have a reason to suspect that there is a cursed stone here that holds some kind of ancient, possibly evil magic. I'll give you $100 if you let me go right now. I'm going to sue you all so hard. I'm going to take this to the FBI, the Supreme Court. Wait in silence. I gotta say you think Beau is dead. You really think Beau is dead in there, do you? I'd love to be wrong about this. I really would. He seems like he's open to talking to me. It'd be a real shame considering what poor Irma's already been through this week. But Beau's a big man. Hard to keep a big man like that from moving around and making a fuss. And we've seen a whole lot of nothing going on in there. Still as the grave, if you pardon the expression. I don't want Wayne arrested. Could you let me go? I haven't done anything wrong. Well, I'm sure you haven't, but that's why we're gonna bring you in to answer a few questions so we can prove as much. And if you see that you really aren't a threat to the town, then we'll let you go, and that'll be that. But what about innocent until proven guilty? Okay, should be no problem then, since I'm completely innocent. Could you at least let me out of the handcuffs? How am I supposed to prove that? Like, can you at least let me out of the handcuffs? I would, but you're all the way back there, and I'm all the way up here, and I just got comfortable. Dickhead. Plus, I got no backup. Can't do anything without backup. Have some patience. This will be over soon, just like I said. What if I freak him out? Is there a world where I can freak him out? Let me out, let me out, let me out. You're not gonna get anywhere if you think you can just yell till you get what you want. I'm a father, you know. Yelling doesn't work on me. There's a sound coming from the house on the hill, shouting, angry and panicked. A frantic voice crackles over the radio.
Derrickson, come in. Sheriff is down. Those damn traps, Irma wasn't kidding.
Keep it together, Franklin. Is he breathing? And what is the status of the Tremaine and Calloway?
Something in the basement. Going down now.
You hear an ungodly noise over the radio, a gunshot and then static. Franklin, report. But there was only silence. Damn it, Franklin. Deputy Derrickson hesitates briefly outside your door, as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without his getting involved. But after a few seconds, he's headed up the hill, yelling something to Irma. And then, oh, W. Wayne! And then a figure appears outside the car door. A moment later, you hear a click of a lock. Time to go. You get out of the car, your body moving on instinct. The stone is louder outside, its song and buzzing in your ears, drowning out the world, calling you up the hill towards the old farmhouse. Can't think straight, the stone is doing something to me. I don't think I should go in there, but I don't think I can stop myself. Will you come with me? But I was safe in there, not you again. Will you come with me? That's all you're able to stutter out. The buzzing drowns out your words. You can almost feel it pulling, your feet aching to move. Wayne reaches out, touching your hand. His fingers are stiff and hot with infection. I'm sorry, Levi. It's more dangerous for me than it is for you. I can't. I really would have preferred it if we could do this all together, but the switch started it early. I should have known she would. The handcuffs fall away from your wrists. You weren't paying attention to what he did to make that happen, because it doesn't matter. You have somewhere to be. But she's at her most vulnerable now, and she won't be expecting you. So go on, I'll be watching. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Gives you a hard shove forward, and then he's gone. But once you're interrupted by yet another car pulling up to the scene. Dr. Kelly! Irma, Levi, I got paged by the sheriff. What the hell is going on here? Where are all of the cops? Talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's humming in your head. Almost like a voice, one you can just barely make out, but you know it will be clearer the closer you get to the stone. Start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Oh, come on, where do you think you're going? But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hands slipping over the doorknob, and now you're inside. Oh, come with me, Dr. Kelly. Oh my god! Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of his life. Jesus. Careful, Joan. There are traps all over the damn place. Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin through the door to the garage. Cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. Hey, maybe we should have listened to the old lady who knew what she was talking about. What the hell is going on here? Derrickson, is the doc here yet? We need a medical professional down here. A voice is coming from the basement. That's where you need to be. He's been shot, Joan. I think you better call somebody. The doctor's here. Julius, you should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? Avery? Why is Avery here? I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. Everybody shut up. Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor... I don't care. Let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls up her phone. Damn it, there's no signal in here. I gotta step outside. You keep holding that wound and no one else had better die while I'm gone. Doctor pulls out the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils holds it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in refuse to let anyone leave. Are we stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? But you already know what to do. Approach the basement, only option. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Who the hell? Oh, I got vision. So you tried to undermine me. Which? I should have known you tried to find a way around the rules. It's Enoch. And Sybil, maybe? You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets any worse. Enoch, it's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby and your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. It's just the son. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag. That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? The whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you. Verena. Our partnership has come to an end, Witch. I will be continuing on with my business, and you should be grateful that I let you continue on with yours. One of these days, Enoch, someone will be strong enough to do what needs doing. I can wait. I can wait a long, long time. Julius, hey. You're not dead, are you? Witch, Verena, saw it all, my family, the witch. I have to find the witch. Enoch fucked everyone over, even the witch. Babble incoherently about your vision. I don't want to give them information. Family, Enoch, the stone, witch. The witch? Sybil? She send you? She tricks you into taking her side in all this? Guess I should have known I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here, and I'll get what I was promised. Hey man, calm down. It's all good. Why is Avery here? Speak for yourself. Oh, there's Bo. Your vision finally focuses and your mind is just once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man, Julius, holds a gun in a silent threat. Franklin clutches a nasty wound in his side, blood spilling out onto the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. And in the corner is Bo. Something is attached to him, the source of that awful noise. It stirs with pain. Inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. Levi, we can't get to you. The door's sealed shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring Levi up to speed, Julius. They look a little shell-shocked. Where do I begin, alright? So the witch, I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing, and she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to the right to that injustice. Only it obviously didn't go the way that was supposed to. Calloway's interfered just like always. Made it so that I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready, and he came out hungry, too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get to me, so I had the hole up down here. Been stuck since Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they've clogged up the drains, so I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. But I am a man of preparedness, figured I could wait it out, until Bo here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and then the two of them wound up deep down here with me. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end, it's only fair, a son for a son. And birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing the old-fashioned way, all in sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you a reason to shoot a cop. Shut up. You're not the main character here. Self-defense, castle doctrine. This is so messed up. What is wrong with you, man? Bo, can you hear me? Are you alive? You don't need to threaten anybody. Let's just talk, okay? Do you know how to contact her? The witch? You need to let Bo go. Please just let us go. We'll forget about this. Remain silent. Do you know how to contact her? Of course I do. You think I'm sort of an idiot who makes a deal without some way to get out of it? Not my fault that things went to shit before I could call her up. Fact is, I tried, but the only means of contact I got is that faucet over there. It's fed by natural spring water. That's her preferred method of communication, like her internet, I suppose. But as you can see, it is currently out of order. My boy's got his meat all in there. We won't be getting a drop out of it till he's calmed down. You'll have your witch as soon as this is settled. So don't do anything stupid, none of you. Conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So what, we're just supposed to just wait until this Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born and we'll forget this ever happened. Explore Bo and the baby, explore the witch, the situation. I don't think there's anything except wait. Bo seems like he's already done for. Maybe this child deserves a chance at life. Enough talking. Someone had to destroy this thing. It might as well be you. You said enough. The only thing left to do is wait until the creature is finished. Okay, give me some more info about the situation. Why do you even want a kid? Life is unfair to you. So what, kill a man over it? Maybe if we let Dr. Kelly in here, she can help. We might save Bo without killing your son thing. We need to get to Franklin to a Dr. Kelly. Don't care about him. What kind of man lets another man make his sacrifices for him? Have you thought about what happens after this, Julius? The sheriff's dead. Franklin, how do you get down here? What happened? Yeah, I really don't care about Franklin. Life is unfair to you, so you what? You kill a man over it? I'm not killing anybody. I'm just standing here. It's not like I did a single thing to Bo. He trespassed on my property. Everybody knows not to do that. What happened to him is his problem. And what about me? You shot me. Save your breath, asshole, and maybe you won't die so quick. And the baby. Does your son have a name? Can it talk? What exactly happens after this thing is finished? Do you think it's just going to be a normal kid? How do you know it'll stop with Bo? It sounds like it was hunting you before it found him. What happens when it gets hungry again? Is there really no way to separate him from Bo? Maybe if we offered him something better? What is that thing doing to Bo? Bo, can you hear me? Are you alive? Is there really no way you could separate him from Bo? Saying a debate. Shut up or I'll shut your mouth for you. I don't know, Julius. I still think there's something we're missing. And if Levi thinks so too, maybe it's worth talking about again. That's why I'm here in the first place, right? To come up with some other solution? And you, I already decided what this was best. The discussion has done and hadn't done with before anyone else ever showed up. Bo squirms with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging deeper. The witch. Makes you think that Sybil is the witch. She's just careful. She's just helpful. I don't think Sybil's that helpful. What are the terms of this deal you made with the witch? Did the witch tell you how to take care of this thing once it's done? What exactly did you catch her doing that made her make a deal with you? She clearly betrayed you. This doesn't seem like what she promised, does it? What were the terms you made with the witch? When I caught her doing what she was doing, she offered me this ritual thing in exchange for my silence. Offered it right away, like she could just see right through me. Knew exactly what I wanted most. I suppose that what she didn't know was I'm not the kind of man who turns somebody in anyway. Her business was her business. She didn't have to bother giving me some recipe to cook a boy from dirt, blood, and a pumpkin seed. But I took it anyway. Then I just sat on the floor till a moment of weakness. What was this ritual? Did you do something to Duke's pumpkin? It wasn't his damn pumpkin. It was on my property, and the only reason it got as big as it was is because I fed it my own blood every night ever since the day it was planted. Bleeding on the dirt like some kind of Satan worshiper. If that don't make it mine, I don't know what does. God knows I was feeling crazy doing it though. But I'm not proud to say my judgment was a bit clouded. I was in a bad way. The thought of bringing a boy into this world was just about the only thing that made me feel like I should stick around. Not that any of you need to know about all that. Only services as explanation as to why I trusted her in the first place. This is what's gonna come down to, right? Situation. What kind of man lets another man make sacrifices for him? The hell would you know about being a man? Grow a pair and then tell me how you feel. Is that because I picked a non-binary option? You know I'm a man, Julius. And I think you're a coward. Correction, Franklin. You're a pig, not a man. Talk to him. You sold your soul for some donuts and a shiny badge. And you know, Julius, I actually think Levi might be onto something. It's about connection, you know? You having a stranger make that connection that should be yours. No, I'm not getting guilt tripped into dying today. This is one chance for things to go right in my life. Everybody else got their chance already. Don't I deserve mine? Okay, so I need to work towards getting this thing to bond or feed, I guess, with Julius rather than Bo. I came this far. I deserve to see my boys open his eyes for the first time. Okay, I should ask what she caught her doing, because that's information that will help me regardless of how this outcome plays. She clearly betrayed you. This doesn't seem like what she promised, does it? I think it could be what she promised. Exactly. Okay, I need to know this. Like I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss, but perhaps it had something to do with that husband of hers and whatever it was he was sick with. Husband? She's married? But she's so young. So it's not Sybil. Young? That old crony? Must be talking about two different people, kid. And it ain't like she's married now anyways. He's been dead for some time, on account of the illness. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruise as the thing takes more of him. Oh, I'm sorry, Bo. Okay, wait, hold on. What makes you think it's Sybil then? She's just helpful. Oh, sure she is. She was all kinds of helpful once I had dirt on her that she wanted to be kept quiet. And of course all of y'all think she's nice. Everybody in town drinks that tea. Seems to make people awful fond of her. Okay, well that didn't help. I don't want to wait too long. I feel like if I wait too long... I can say enough talking. The waiting brings you to your limit, and then it brings you past it. You move quickly, diving across the room, scooping up shears on the floor as you zero in on Bo and the thing slowly eating its way through him. I'm gonna do it. I think I need to trust Wayne where he said I'll be fine, right? Hey! The shears come down on the thing, piercing its unnaturally soft chest. Bo's stolen blood pours out into its orifices in a thick sludge. Bo gasps as if it was him you stabbed, the thick veins under his skin expanding, writhing. No! You'll pay for this. You whirl around to see his gun trained on you, your heart freezing in a split second of utter terror. Franklin stumbles forward, trying to reach for his gun, but unable to stifle a cry of pain. Julius's attention is pulled away from you, towards the sorry sight of the cop trying desperately to wield his pistol. Julius, we're not killing anybody. Give me the... He's gonna shoot the cop. The gun goes off. You dive to the floor, panicked, your ears ringing uncomfortably. No more shots follow. You open your eyes, readjusting to the gloom. Everyone's alive still. Oh, he shot his own kid. Oh shit. Oh no, no, no. Not you. Not you, kid. Avery is gasping on the ground near Bo. Their patterned shirt is stained with their own blood. Oh, you shot Bo? God, what have I done? First the boy, now you. He raises his gun to his head. Nobody left to do better than this. Julie, yes. But whatever Avery was about to say is silenced when Julius pulls the trigger. Okay, that went pretty bad. Oh my god. Once again, the world feels quiet in the aftermath of the gunshot. Julius' body slumps against the wall, limp and dead, a bullet hole smoldering at his temple. Good fucking riddance. Shut up, man. The room's attention is drawn to the sound of horrific inhuman gurgling, punctuating the groans of heavy agony. It would seem that you did not quite manage to finish the job. Move it before it grabs him again. Levi, Bo, alive, can live. The baby can have me. What are you asking me to do, Avery? I have zero attachment to Avery. You know what it's like to be attached to it. It could be painful. Isn't this blood relatives thing? What if it doesn't take? I stabbed it. I'm dying too. This won't save anything. But we can get the doctor to fix you. You might not even be dying. But why? How are you sure this won't kill Bo too? Okay, you sound sure, I'll do it. I don't like this, but if it's really what you want, Avery, I'm killing this thing. Finish it off. No way. You don't deserve to die like that. The doc can fix you, I'm sure. Oh, did he shoot Avery? Oh, Avery got shot. I thought Bo got shot. Oh shit, Avery got shot. Shit. Enough talking to destroy the creature once and for all. Sit in shock silence. Oh, that changes everything. What are you asking me to do, man? Move baby to me. Why? I want it to live. Please, it doesn't need to die. Please hurry. Talk hard. Look, man. I don't think you're in your right mind to make that decision. If you're gonna make that decision, you don't know what's gonna happen. We should wait for medical personnel. I have zero attachments to Avery. I haven't done anything with him. I haven't explored with him. I haven't really explored his dialogue. I didn't do his like one-off like mission thing. So please fall on deaf ears. You cross the room, kneeling next to Avery and Bo and the wounded thing. Avery starts unbuttoning their shirt, the movement clearly painful, their face twisting with every undone button, but they push through, barring their wound, their black eyes resting on the creature. It looks to be in as much pain as they are. It breathes ragged, Bo's blood trickling from its wide mouth. Oh, poor Avery, dude. You'll have to help me coax it. It doesn't seem like it will be difficult. The thing has already noticed the smell of fresh blood, its tendrils shifting under Bo's skin, its bulbous head turning towards Avery to stare with sightless eyes at the inviting wound. All you have to do is give it a nudge, and like a dog waiting for the command from its master, it peels itself away from Bo, willfully releasing his drained body in favor of its new host. Avery cries out, having stuttering gasps of pain as the tendrils slide into the open wound, winding their way beneath the skin. Bo twitches too, seizing as he's released, the two of them becoming a chorus of shock as the weak body of the creature coils itself around Avery, clinging desperately, sealing its weeping gash against theirs. Avery's breaths become even, their eyelids sliding closed, their heart continuing to beat as they slip into unconsciousness, and the creature too seems to sigh in relief. The panic fades. Second chance at life achievement. Use horrific means to save 2 lives. I wonder if you can save everyone there. And I probably shouldn't have attacked it. I probably should have talked my way out of it. And its protective vines slacken. A sliver of light is visible beyond the doorway, where before it had sealed itself away. The faucet in the corner of the room finally unclogged, bursts to life. Water pours out onto the dirt floor. Says somebody, help. Call a doctor. Doc, you still up there? Room's clear. Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. Dr. Kelly rushes down now unblocked stairs, her eyes wide at horror at the scene in the basement. The hell happened down here? Bo, can you hear me? Am I getting a checkup? I've been shot as well, ma'am. The diner kid, Avery too, need hospital. Looks like shot doesn't begin to describe it. I better make some calls. Everyone stay with me. Yeah, the basement is flooding. Am I the only one paying attention? Let's get the hell out of here fast before it floods. Am I hallucinating? Do you guys see the water? Cry quietly in the corner. Let the water take you. Oh, I kind of want to let the water take me. It's like the witch's water, right? Maybe I'll get a chance to talk to the witch? I'll let the water take me. You watch the other people in the room as the water slowly rises. Their faces turn to you, concerned, but you can no longer make out their voices. I'm trusting that Wayne said I'd be fine. It's like they're trying to talk to you from behind a wall, and the flood takes you. Oh, achievement, Ginseng Baby. Finished episode 5. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of rushing current. Oh, did I actually just drown? Oh, wait, maybe I just drowned. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn into pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You are not the only one that had the vision. Not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, Mother, but you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. How can you be sure? Maybe it's only a dream. The village is doomed then. Of course, I'll stop it. Don't worry so much, daughter. Of course I'll stop it. No, Mother, I've seen it. You will try to stop it, and you will die. But there's another path. Take my power. I give it willingly. I will destroy my own daughter, but I want you to be your own person. I can't do this to you. I can't lose you. It can't be that I'm destined to lose you. It's too cruel. There is one way you can keep me with you. Take my power. I'll live in you. As once I did. I will never leave you. Accept and take your daughter back. Reject and let 1,000 die. You accept your daughter's decisions. She is not the child she once was, and there is a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back, her power becomes yours. The flood does not come, the village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. I feel like no one but you. I feel like that doesn't make sense to me. Like, none of this makes sense because it's like a death ending, but maybe once I finish the chapter, actually, it will make more sense. Years have passed. You outlived everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people. You start a new life. You have another daughter. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness in the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen. Everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of plague. You are among their number. Your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You're not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There's another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are. Not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength. Enough. Explain it to her as if it was explained to you. Take your daughter back. Pass it on, I guess? Tell her what's coming. Explain what she has to give up. What you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You will miss her, as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be part of you, that you won't die, she cries and cries, and she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. The entire city rests on this decision to stop her from leaving. Let her go. Give up on the city. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows what it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You'll have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depth of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in the capital in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. Bro, I'm so confused, I'm not gonna lie. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. This doesn't even feel like I'm playing the same game. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Take her back and stop the war before it starts. Let her be free and plunge the land into generations of war. Well, continue with my decision. I'm cutting fate here. This daughter joins her sisters easily. She has been trained to do. You are not the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. People in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even as the ocean power finds you, a man with aspirations, anyone can hold power here. You have discovered if they are vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time, you humor him. You allow him to give your life a comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see him a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can imagine. But then you can manage, not until the vision comes. A war like none of the world has witnessed, a fledgling nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits at the throne where none was meant to be, the world under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He's already on his way, you realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming, whether you strike now or not, a loose thread sticking out from the mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter, until you don't. It's time to rest, aren't you tired? Take her back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. She joins her sisters as if that is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was filled with lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping in, and none of whom can hope to command the way that he would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world, you and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small, decisions simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can, a storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you're shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapped and everyone inside, bodies burning as the very rock catches fire, children screaming as their flesh bubbles, then silence as lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Take her back, not this time. She joins her sisters, as so many have before her. The disaster is averted, lives are saved, and you have another daughter. But that's not what happens. Oh, not this time. You take your daughter's hand and you look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises in the air, but you can't hear the screams from her. You assume you will die one day like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here. Something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you followed comes into focus, and for the first time you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. Oh, on and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow. It's still eternal and incalculable. But there's a new thread too. If you are patient enough, if you are strong enough when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You can fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. You can't take her back and summon the entity into the world. But you did. I didn't think it would let me. You welcome her back, as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be. If you were to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. That kind of looks like Kanika. It is Kanika. Levi, what are you doing here? Are you real? So is that... Okay, so that's that generational trauma of Sybil, I guess? That was explaining the witch. It wasn't an ending. Interesting. That's kind of what I wanted the water to do. I wanted to get in contact with the witch, but... No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. Well, I'm glad I had the chance to see you again before I go away. And before you say anything, I've already made my decision, so don't bother trying to talk me out of it. I forgot you. I can't believe it. All day, it's just like you didn't exist. What decision? How do we know any of that really happened? What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? You don't have to do this, Kanika. I understand it has to be done. What is she trying to prevent? Do you know? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc. And all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes its power for herself. I'm so much smaller than all of that, but in this moment, I can be what stops it. I can be big enough. My life can be meaningful. She's gonna be the daughter that's sacrificed then. Do you feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your life to have meaning? Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yes, I would call that pretty meaningless. And I think you and I both know that I wasn't going anywhere in life. Sure, I told myself I'd be getting back to school, but it's not like I was working hard to get out of here, or I would have just sold the store by now. But I didn't, because some part of me knew I had to be here. Now I know why. We already know what decision it is. I don't want to say I forgot about her. I have been wondering what she's been doing all day. How do we know any of that really happened? Doubt all you want, but I'm not taking that chance, because if I turn back now, I'll know everything my mom could have stopped will be my fault. Well, interesting, I got rid of the other option. You don't have to do this, Kaneko. Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this, knowing how many people are going to suffer through the generations because I'm too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? So what, you're just going to throw life away because someone else is asking you to? Why do you think yours is less important than anyone else's? I don't think that's quite what she's saying. Aren't you a skeptic? Why accept her deal on blind faith when you haven't had the chance to see how things actually play out? The same way any of us do. You're not solely responsible for the fate of the world, and neither is she. She doesn't see you as a person. She hasn't seen anyone as a person in a long time. You can't trust her to make human decisions when she's no longer human. I understand it has to be done. No, you're right. I'm sorry that it has come to this, but we both know how important this is. Same way any of us do. You're not solely responsible for the fate of the world, and neither is she. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I should only ever make choices that benefit me. Sometimes people have to make decisions that hurt them in order to do the most good. People have to pay taxes or donate kidneys or, things that aren't pleasant, but that helps people and make the world work. I'm happy to do this. I am. Stop trying to convince me I'm not. Erasing yourself from existence isn't exactly the same as paying taxes, Kanika. You don't even know she's telling you the truth. You're so busy making excuses for what she wants you to do, you're not letting yourself feel what you actually feel. What if you let her erase you from existence and no one is saved? Would you regret it? What if you value outside of what you do for other people? What if you deserve to live? That's a good one. I understand it has to be done. No, you're right. I'm sorry it has to come to this, but we both know. Okay. So it looks like I have two options to let her just do it. I'm torn between that one and you're so busy making excuses for what she wants you to do, you're not letting yourself feel. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna say. My feelings don't matter, Levi. She pauses, her words seeming to sink in. I mean, they can't matter. That's not how these things are. That's how these things are. Even if I'm scared that everyone is going to forget me, I can't let them stop me from doing the right thing. What's good was my life anyway. A college dropout stuck in a dead-end town working a dead-end job, yet still somehow convincing myself I was better than other people because I managed to get out once, and I lied to myself every day and said I was just home for a little bit, when you and I both know I was just as stuck as everyone else. I haven't mattered in a long time. There are tears in her eyes. Why did you even come here? I was so sure of everything until you showed up. Doubt finally cracks through her certainty, and the witch illusions crack with it. Quiet, dear. There's no need to let Levi talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember? I don't know anymore. I need to think about it. Let me go. Levi, you have no idea the kind of danger you're putting yourself in by being here. You think you're doing the right thing, but all you're doing is dooming countless lives, starting with yours. Tabitha, too. I'm sure you've noticed how stressed she's been. She carries an incredible weight on her shoulders, but she can finally be free if you let me do what needs doing. Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I'm only able to tell you so much, but I tried to show you what I could. I'd hope you would be able to trust me by now, for your sake. This is the only way to stop your story. This is the only way your story gets a happy ending. Mystical. A truth unstained by illusion. There is no witchcraft in her words, no trickery, at least none in her heart. Mystical, but perhaps this remains a narrow path for you to walk. Mystical, speak the name that was carved into the cell wall. Explorer, so it's her life or mine, is that what you're saying? Sybil, this feels evil. Wayne is already going to take care of me. I don't need your help. Why can't you just be direct? Why all this mystery? Let her finish what she started, grab Kanika and pull free. So it's her life or mine? Is that what you're saying? That is a very distinct possibility. Yes, though any harm visited on you won't come from me. You're in danger. I'm sure you can feel that, and I'm making a powerful ally. Believe me when I say I understand the burden that's been placed on you. Yeah, we'll throw a mystical out there, see what happens. Of course, the scratchings on the walls. This is what it was for. Levi, no, you don't know what you're doing. You don't have to know how to speak it. Thought of it brings your sound to your lips, the name forcing its way out, yearning to be free from your mind and caused as the dagger it is. Oh god. The dagger tears into her. My god, is that all the daughters? Everything that is not her pours out of the delicate tapestry of her existence. The parts she arranged so neatly scattering. Their voice filled the dream around you, confusion as her careful order is upended. A single dangling thread comes into focus. Levi, wait. You can't see how this will benefit you because you don't understand the danger you're in. Your enemies have made sure you can't, not until it's too late. I am the only one who wants to see you walk free, but I understand why you wouldn't trust me. Of course I do. I've had to weave my own little lies as part of this ridiculous game. Please know that I'm not lying now. But even if you don't believe a word I said about your own safety, I'll give you something else too, something you need. As you are now, you're limited in your potential. There's so much more you could be. I could give you that. Consider a wish granted. I only need to finish what I started. If you want me to trust you, then give me what you're promising now. Show me you can. She can give me a trait? For Kanika's life, I can get traded a trait? Oh my god. Gain trait powerful build, gain trait hot, gain trait smart, gain trait keen eye, pull the thread. I could be mystical, book smart, street smart, or mystical, book smart, keen eye. That would be so powerful. It didn't give me talk to animals. That would make me so powerful. But it would have to expend. I don't know if I can expend Kanika for it. You want me to trust you, then give me what you're promising now. Show me you can. It says explore, so it's not going to lock me into a choice. I can't. It requires a strength I don't currently possess. If you want what I've offered you, you'll just have to trust me. I'm doing this for everyone, remember that. I can't sacrifice Kanika. I can't do it. You ignore her offer, you grab the thread and pull it. We'll play this game mystical, book smart. Sorry, Sybil. I can't trust you on that. Not if it means getting rid of Kanika. The delicate tapestry is unwoven, the witch's careful work torn open, if only momentarily, as her daughter's hands are finally unbound enough to grab for their mother. Their cries are strong, calling out as they drag her down the depths of their mass, craving her warmth, her attention, her love, as it has been so long since she has held them. Achievement, the thread woven backwards, pull the thread and reverse the tail. Tapestry weaves itself shut around her, the cries grow quiet, sated. Dude, I went from not understanding any of that to feeling like my mind opened and understanding all of that. That was insane. The witch is gone. Kenichi catches her breath in the space once occupied by her sisters. Now she stands alone. Though she isn't really alone, not anymore, and she never will be. She wears the weave of all this generation of power. Someone has to. What did you do to me? Was that really you earlier, or was that her talking through you? Welcome to the Dead Moms Club. Welcome to the Dead Moms Club. I have to say that. I think I gave you her power. She wasn't using her power, right? I know you will. I took her out of the picture. She was a problem, now she's gone. I saved you, let her figure it out yourself. Was it really you earlier? Or was that her talking through you? No, that was me. I said those things, and I meant them. I really believed it. I still do. I know for a fact I'm getting an achievement if I say welcome to the Dead Moms Club. Oh, but I didn't say it to Tabby. Oh, wait, did I say it to Tabby? I think I said it to Tabby. I don't remember. The correct answer is obviously she wasn't using her power ray. I know you will. Welcome to the Dead Moms Club. A manic laugh breaks through her shock. You can't just say that to someone. Well, I did, but it was funny. For the record though, I don't think she's dead. She's still in here somewhere, like the rest of them. God, this is insane. Magic isn't supposed to be real. She let me say that so many times, all while she knew. Am I supposed to do what she was going to do? How do I even know what that is? She never told me anything or taught me anything. How am I supposed to save this town if I don't even know what's wrong with it? God, this is so much pressure. I never asked for this. I don't think I can handle it. But you do know what's wrong with it. People are stuck here, so let's free them. You'll figure it out. I know you will. You don't know your own capabilities. But aren't you glad she's been taken out of the picture? You're free. That's a good thing. I needed to deal with her. This is how I did that. As long as you don't become a problem too, this is a better outcome for everyone. We can figure this out together. That's what we've been doing all week, remember? Remain silent. I needed to deal with her. This is how I did that. As long as you don't become a problem too, this is a better outcome. I don't think, yeah, you don't know your own capabilities, Kanika. I don't know why you have so much faith in me. I'm just some college dropout. I don't know what I was doing before, and I definitely don't know what I'm doing now. Nah, you're powerful. She takes a deep breath, collecting herself. But I guess I have to figure it out. Standing around being self-deprecating in some fake dream dimension isn't going to solve any problems. I gotta get out of here. It's weird. Everything felt slippery before, like I couldn't hold on to anything. But now it's like I can see how it's all put together and where all the seams are. So if I just... You don't see whatever it was she was doing. The world around you goes dark. You're moving, like a current is carrying you somewhere, buoying you upwards, your body ascending rapidly until you surf. Oh my god, I'm getting tired of reading. Your body ascending rapidly until finally you surface. We get pushed out of the house? But she wasn't even in the house. You're outside, it's raining, you have no idea where you are. Tulip? Jamie? Oh, are we at Tetanus Lake? He's looking for his daughter and his wife. This is the end of chapter 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches the conclusion in the final chapters. Stay tuned for updates on the final release by joining our Discord. Follow us on social media or signing up for our news player. I got an achievement. Get the actual ending of chapter 5. What? If you'd like to carry on your progress over into the final chapters, please save your game now. Play Slay the Princess. I do need to play Slay the Princess at some point. That was Scarlet Hollow chapter 5. Okay, that was so exciting. Oh my god. I feel like I missed out on a lot of information because I didn't go hang out with Avery and Julius in the previous episode. You know, like that kind of like getting thrown into the farm there. I don't know, it kind of felt like there was more to that than what I, like my playthrough knew. That's so interesting. Okay. I did see that there was a patch update today that changed some of the things in this chapter, revolving around Julius and Avery. So I think I have to do a second playthrough at some point. Oh, but I'm so excited for the end of this game. I'm so very excited to see where we go from here. With all the special thanks to everyone playing. Some of these playthroughs I've watched. That was Scarlet Hollow, chapter 5. Oh my god, dude. Are we still arrested? There's like so many unanswered questions. What is Kanika gonna do? Why is the pastor finding us? Where are we? Like, there's so many questions left for us to answer. What are we gonna do about it? Well, the only thing we can do, I guess, is wait till chapter 6. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Scarlet Hollow. Leave a like. Let me know what you thought of the chapter down in the comments below. And I'll see you whenever chapter 6 releases.